Hi there again, this is Sanjay. Thank you for joining me for the third part of my trip to Bhutan. If you have liked, shared and subscribed to my channel, thank you. If not, please do so here. I would greatly appreciate it. So we said goodbye to Gangte and started on our 3.5-hour journey, 130 kilometers to Thimphu, the capital of Bhutan and its largest city. We checked in at the Le Méridien, a large business hotel in the bustling center of the capital. Just outside Thimphu, there's a large statue, the great Buddha Dodinama. It houses some 100,000 smaller statues of Buddha, all of which are made of bronze and gilded in gold. The statue was started in 2006, but took over a decade to complete. It dominates the landscape and overlooks the beautiful green Thimphu Valley. Not only was it erected as a celebration of 100 years of Bhutanese monarchy, but according to legend, it fulfills the 12th century prophecy that a large statue would be built in this area. A place for the devout with an ethereal feel from below. The new capital became so in 1955 when Thimphu replaced the ancient city of Punakha. Today Thimphu is the political and economic center of the country. In the center of Thimphu is this quaint clock tower square with the restaurants and shops bordering in a C shape. In Thimphu there is Simply Bhutan, a museum depicting the traditional way of life. You can try your hand at the national sport and pastime of archery. A beautiful gateway marks the entrance to the National Memorial Chotan. Morning is a great time to visit when locals dressed in their traditional finery walk in a ritual circumambulation of the stupa. It's a place for families to congregate, especially a meeting point for the elderly to sit and pray. The next day, we headed back to Paro and one last place to visit. We had to spend at least one night in Paro so as to connect with our morning flight home. A Bhutanese tradition which you must try is a hot stone bath. You can pay the premium prices in a hotel or go for a more rustic experience offered by the locals. River stones are heated in a pit in the ground until they glow. The hot stones are then placed into a wooden chamber via a chute, which connects to a wooden bath which has been filled with river water. The stones are said to release minerals into the bath water, giving medicinal benefits. More stones are added as required to maintain the water temperature. Just a great way to relax. We actually spent one extra night in Paro prior to our departure. This is so that we could visit the Cherry Gompa. Yes, another monastery. We are in Bhutan. This one is marked by this colorful gateway, which leads to this bridge across the river as its entrance. Across the bridge, you come to a small shrine. This is the base camp. From here, the climb up to the Cherry Gompa monastery begins. It's a 2-hour hike up a reasonably steep trail. Not as difficult as the Tiger's Nest monastery, but still, you have to be fit for Bhutan. Getting to God is not easy. It's a hard climb. But you have scenic beauty always with you. At the top, a quaint monastery clinging precariously to the mountainside. Basic living conditions for the devout. Place for contemplation and peace. From the top, the beauty of God's creation spreads out in front of you as far as the eye can see. This little room, wedged into the cliffside, is for the most devoted monks. One such person is said to be in there, total isolation. It was said that the monk would be there for several years. The road to God is without frills and solitary. Of course, when you go up, you have to come down. But descent is much more gentle on the legs. This cable car is for goods only. At the bottom, the convergence of two streams, the water chilled from high up the mountain. Here, on the banks of these rivers, we had a fantastic picnic, of course pre-booked, but our superb guide and driver laid out an amazing spread. These wrapped utensils containing the food for the picnic. We marched up the hill and then marched down, followed by this feast to charge the batteries with some wonderful local wine. No ice bucket for the wine, but chilled in the cold mountain waters. And after exertion, replenishment, a little snooze in the open. A wonderful day was had by all. In 2008, Bhutan became a democratic constitutional monarchy. Like the United Kingdom, Bhutan's king serves as the head of state while the Prime Minister oversees the government. The king, the Dragon King, and his bride are adored by their subjects. The other thing the Bhutanese love are chilies, an absolute necessity for the local cuisine, used more as a vegetable in itself rather than a spice. Thick, red, and luscious chilies are used profusely. So, our trip to Bhutan comes to an end. Before we left, we had to tie our own prayer flags. Some of the lasting memories of Bhutan are its amazing people, so friendly, so warm. Bhutan actually places happiness of its people higher than the economic advancement. There is free medicine and education for all, and unchecked development is not a priority. The gorgeous, calming scenery is of course imprinted on the mind. When you plan your trip, do give yourself a day to become acclimatized to the altitude. When we arrived, we allowed the first day just to chill. Some members of our group did feel the effect of thinner air, result of being more experienced in life than the others. Back to Paro Airport, small, quaint, and squeezed between high-rise real estate on all sides. Au revoir, Bhutan. I hope you have enjoyed this small trailer to such a wonderful country and are encouraged to visit yourself. If you like this, please do share and subscribe for more snapshots through my lens in the future. Thank you. See ya.